Alrighty, here we have 35mm being played on Xbox One, courtesy of Sometimes You, which is both the publisher and the developer of the game. Same settings, we have language settings, subtitles, brightness, camera sensitivity, instructions. Your history is automatically saved in checkpoints. Collect food, water, first aid kits to maintain health, as well as batteries for the flashlight. All decisions can affect the ending of the game. Interacting with certain objects increase your fortitude. You can activate photo mode using the camera. Alright, we're going to go ahead and start from the very beginning here. This game is very story driven. Here you start out in the middle of the countryside here. And you start walking aimlessly through the woods. If you start at this house here, there's not much here. There's some food when you start out, and there's really nothing else here other than some food and I think some batteries. But yeah, we start the game out. He says there's nothing in there, but obviously there is. Now the game looks really good. It has some great environmental effects, really good sense of immersion. The only drawback that I can see so far is if you get too far ahead of your partner here, the game stops you with an invisible wall. I kind of wish the partner would play catch up instead of just walking and taking his time. I think it's really kind of just a tad bit annoying, just because he walks so slow. But other than that, I mean, the game is really fun. It is definitely definitely an experience for sure. And sometimes I get so far ahead and I'll think for some reason that he's just not there, like he disappeared. Because there will be some pop-in here and there, like with doors and with objects, but it doesn't really happen with the character models as far as I can tell. It's just, he's really far back there. And I'm actually getting close, I'm getting actually further than I usually get, which is nice. Because usually it'll stop me saying, oh, you've gone too far, you gotta wait for your partner. But so far, oh, yeah, here we go. So now I gotta wait for him. Because if we go in at going too far, the game will stop me eventually. But when you start out the game here, there's no real direction. It doesn't really tell you where to go. And I think the idea behind that is the fact that you have to wait for your partner to show you which way to go. Again, like I said, a tad bit frustrating. I wish there was more, the better sense of direction and where to go without having to rely on your partner, who walks like a snail through the woods. But like I said, great environmental sounds, great sense of immersion. I love the leaves falling from the trees there. The music really sets the mood of the game overall. A really great game. It takes about an hour or two to get through, so not too long of a game at all. Definitely a great narrative experience if you like games about exploration and gotta take your time. This game's definitely worth checking out, I think. So if I go ahead and do, it's not gonna let me. I screwed that up. So the game autosaves. So because I went back into the game, I'm now stuck here until I continue on. So that's something to keep in mind. If you're gonna go back and visit an area, understand that you're gonna be locked into that area until you progress back to where you were. There's another thing to chalk up the list of things I wish that this game didn't do. I wish that you could just have the checkpoints there and have them stay instead of having to have it override your previous progress. The fact that I can't go back is just kind of annoying. and now I'm going to walk aimlessly through the woods, trying to figure out where my partner went. I'm going to go back so I can find him. There's a squirrel. And nope, I am lost in the woods, guys. I think. Let's see. Let us see if we can get... Oh. Okay, never mind. Here he is. So I had to go back the way I came. But this guy walks like a snail, man. And you gotta stick with him if you want to know where to go. I mean, you can get ahead of him so far, but like I said, it'll stop you eventually. So I mean, yeah, outside of your partner walking like a snail, outside of the fact that it automatically saves your progress, regardless if you go back to a previous area you've explored or not. It's two things I wish weren't the case. Other than that, this game's phenomenal. I mean, there's a little dark later on in the game, and it does rely a little bit too much on your flashlight. But you know, other than those things, other than the fact that I wish there was a little bit more direction, rather than having you walk aimlessly around for it only to point you then in the direction in which you need to go, so far as getting a particular item or whatnot. This game is an overall good experience, despite those little tidbits there. I would thank sometimes you for the opportunity. You've been able to watch me aimlessly walk through a forest for the entirety of this review, for the most part. But overall, like I said, a very good experience, one I would definitely recommend. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. It's always till next time. Take care and happy gaming.